Right now, who is in your 4-team playoff?
I think it's pretty cut and dry for me. I think Michigan, assuming they win tonight, is in. I think Alabama will be in. I think Texas will be in. And I think Washington is in. I know it's probably not popular in Tallahassee and Athens, Georgia, where you have number one, two-time defending national champion who is now, outside, I think, looking in. But remember, you can't necessarily say the last 2 years don't matter. It's this year. I think if you look at Georgia now being a non-champ, I think that affects them. I think Florida State, the committee will look at player availability and weigh that against the other teams. Alabama winning was massive for Texas because it brought Texas really into the conversation, because you can't take Alabama without Texas. You're either taking both, neither, or Texas. But Alabama and Texas, I think, are both going to wind up in. I think Georgia still has a little bit of a debate that they are one of the best four, but I can't see the committee leaving out both Washington and Florida State. So I think we're going to get Michigan, Washington, Alabama, and Texas as the 4 teams tomorrow morning. And
you can catch all of Bears key wagers during the week on Big Noon Kickoff presents Bear Bets. Listen on your favorite podcast platform. Bear, thank you. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the chaos. Playoff rankings, they come out tomorrow afternoon. At this point, we heard Bears 4 teams in. Give me yours, Brady.
I got the same 4, and I'm about to actually put them in order for you. If Michigan wins tonight, I don't think it matters what Florida State does, and it's unfortunate, but the reality is this. I've got Michigan at 1, assuming they win, Washington at 2, Texas at 3, Bama at 4. And here's the thing, all 4 of these teams have in common. They have, as their rankings currently stand, they have 3 wins over top 25 teams. Florida State, they get their 2nd tonight over Louisville if they were able to win. And then obviously we saw Georgia lose. They don't have the conference championship, and they only have 2 top 25 wins with where the rankings are today. So I think those 4 make it in that order.
They also have all 4 conference champions, and that's the interesting thing is going to be Florida State and deserving best. Obviously, they're undefeated. What if they handle business tonight convincingly, no matter who's at quarterback? I think they have to still be in the discussion, although I don't think they're one of the 4 best teams. Yeah. I had the same exact, whatever order you want. I got Washington, Texas in the semifinal. I think it would be fantastic. So we'll see. Florida State and Louisville could throw this all in more chaos, but right now, those are the 4.
I got Texas as a no-brainer now because Alabama just solidified. Once again, I think the best win in college football at Tuscaloosa. I have the Wolverines if they win tonight. You have Washington, Texas, Bama. I think we all kind of agree on that. And the one thing is, never bet against Bama. The problem is if Florida State goes in and wipes out Louisville. I don't know if they can. If they do, with the third-string quarterback, we did that in 2014. If they come in and blow their doors off, you got a problem, man.
Who are you leaving out?
You got a problem.
And they have to. Norvell has to coach that way. Mark, who do you see?
Hey, man,
Alabama.
for one time, we all agree. You know what I mean? We all agree.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming, but hey, you say your best for last. Washington in, undefeated conference champ, 2 big wins over Oregon. Michigan in with the win, undefeated conference champ, dominant. Texas, dominant, convincing, state in the win. They've been consistent all year. I think they should be in. Bama, SEC champ, win. The SEC championship ultimately was a playoff game today. Georgia's out, Bama's in. And now you got to look at the Florida State situation. If you're looking at most deserving, Florida State is deserving. But if you're looking at 4 best teams, I think what we said the 4 best teams are Washington, Michigan, Alabama, Texas. I think those are the 4 best teams right now.
We were at a Discover event earlier today, and I threw out the question, what if Michigan loses? And you guys are already telling me that Georgia is going from 1 to out. There's no way Michigan could be 2 to in, could they?
They have to be a conference champion. They have to win. They have to get another top 25 ranked win, I think, to assure themselves they're in. If they lose, it opens the door, obviously, for Florida State in this case, as we've been talking about, but also potentially for Georgia. Right. That's the other one you look at.
The conference championships ultimately started today will be in the playoffs.
Sure.
The playoffs started today.
One last thing. This comes down to the 4 best teams. There's 3 coaches on that committee. They're the only ones that really, and former players that study film, know what to pick. They got to pick the 4 best teams, and we all agreed on what the 4 best teams.
The videotape is right.
The videotape.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here. College football on Fox.